Hello everyone, Papa Bose here, and as you can tell, we are doing something a little different today. I am currently playing Humankind, which is the new 4X game that is coming out by Amplitude Studios in April of 2021, I believe, is the release date. If you're unfamiliar with Humankind, like I said, it's a new 4X game. It's been in development for a while, and this is the OpenDev. It's the second OpenDev that they've done. The first one was in the summer, I believe. I think it was August. I did play in that. I only played one scenario, however, and I've already played about 2.5 hours so of this OpenDev, and I have to say, I've only even that in that time that I've only played about 2 hours, so this game is insanely fun already. It's a little bit more complex than Civ, and I was hoping it wouldn't be too complex. I know that puts off a lot of people who want to play these type of 4X games, is the complexity of them. But that being said, the amount of time that I've already spent in this game is actually, or sorry, the amount of time that I've spent in this game compared to like how much fun I've had is insane. This game is already, I don't know, I don't think it's going to be a Civ killer, but I for sure think this game is going to be very, very, very fun when it's in full release, especially compared to how much content we've already got from the first OpenDev, which was literally a very, very small scenario that was just like city building and movement, to this one, which has, as you can tell, a bunch of AI. So with that being said, I would actually like to just go ahead and just jump into the game, and we'll get started. As you can see, we are playing as Lucy, and we have a bunch of different AI here. There's a few different personalities that you can play as, and some of them you may recognize. Quill18, a strategy game YouTuber and Twitch streamer for a very, very long time. I've used to watch his CK playthroughs as well as his Civilization 5 playthroughs. And the Spiffing Brit, which these two are probably the ones that I'm most familiar with. I've heard of Zerida before. I don't know who oh, that's Yogscast. Okay. I'm not sure who Lamadaya or Burke Black are. But Zerida I have heard before as well. But Spiffing Brit is probably the most well-known out of these. Does a lot of the Civilization 6 is a perfectly balanced game with no exploit type videos. So that being said, we're going to go ahead. Oh, in order to get those two, you need to watch their Twitch streams in order to unlock them. They have drops. You can find their Twitch streams all right here. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Let's jump right into the gameplay. Hey everyone, Bose here. I just wanted to add in real quick that if you've been liking all my videos and content, feel free to subscribe. It's one of the easiest ways to support me, and it's absolutely free. I know that only about 20% that watch are subscribed, so I thought I'd reach out and say, hey, if you like it, you can subscribe. Anyways, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay, so I'm sure one of the first things you noticed is how insanely pretty this game is. I really like the Fog of War map. One of my favorite things about this game is as you reveal the map, it like rolls up from underneath you. So let's find that out really quickly. But aside from that, like, look how pretty this game is. Like, it's honestly unbelievable how much detail they've put into this game. So with that, as we start off, we can choose two different things. So these are very similar to Goody Huts or Tribal Villages in Civilization. This one here is the discoveries, and this is food. This discoveries give you some science. And when we start in this game, for at least from the OpenDev, we start in the Neolithic area as a nomadic tribe before we can actually settle a city. And in order to do that, you need to get some influence. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get the this discovery here.
Onward.
And as you'll notice something here, there's no mini. Oh, sorry, it's actually over here. There's no mini map, and the reason is, even though I showed you earlier, as you scroll out, it turns into like a tabletop game where you can see it turns into like an actually drawn map. So that's how you get to your mini map at that point in the game. We do have we have 20 influence, so we can actually claim some territory. And I think I'm literally just going to settle an outpost on one of these tiles. I'm going to open up the yields tile, which they call FIMS, F-I-M-S, the food, industry, money, and science. Industry is production in the civilization world. But this shows all the different yields. You can see this tile here has a +4 base food. So I think I am going to settle on top of this tile right here and start with that. In 2 turns, this becomes an outpost in which you can eventually turn it into a city. And as you can see, there's another nomadic tribe over there. So with that, let's go ahead and end the turn. From here on out, I'm just going to be scouting with my tribe. Hopefully I can get the sanctuary over here. We're going to go ahead and grab this discovery. This is food, as I said. And I can't claim another outpost. As you can see, it says cannot be done without 50 influence. So I have to wait for another 50 influence in order to settle another city. Or at least, sorry, claim a territory with an outpost. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go to the next turn. But before that, there are quite a few different things about this compared to games like Civilization. Let me open up this here. I'm going to turn off map focus. What that does is if you click on the event, it brings you over to where the event happened. But outpost, gained population, that's fine. But as you can see, like I had stated earlier, eventually we'll get to the point where we can choose our research as well as our civics. This is all the different AIs, but in order to go to the next era, we have a goal that we have to hit. And in order to do that, we have to earn era stars. As you can see here, era stars, earn era stars to earn fame and win the game. The way that you win the game compared to games like Civilization is earning fame. Now, if you have played Civilization, you're very familiar with the score victory. And as far as I know, at least myself and every Civ person that I play with, if you don't know who I am, I play Civilization 6 on Deity. You can find some of the videos. I'll link them in the little card up here. So you'll know that most people hate the score victory in Civilization. But with this, it's a little bit different. I'm really excited to see how it turns out in the end run, because so far it's hard to get score or fame, I guess you could say. Hard to get fame, at least in the early game. That's what I found. So it'll be interesting, especially for someone like me. I love going to war. I am a domination heavy player, so I don't know as the game goes on if you get more fame by doing X, Y, and Z domination things. We'll find out, but I digress. Regardless, let's jump back into this. Era stars is how you earn fame and win the game. In order to get more era stars, that's how you advance to the next era. So you go from Neolithic to the Ancient Era, and so on and so forth. And in order to do that, like I said, you need to get certain specific stars, and those stars have different prerequisites that you have to get. So here's a growth star here, or there's 3 here, as you can see up there: growth star, knowledge star, and hunter star. So far, the fastest way that I've gotten into the next era is getting the growth stars, which is having 5 population and or units within your empire. I have 2 pop right now. You can do the same thing with knowledge, accrue 10 knowledge, which means you can step on 10 different discoveries. Or hunter stars, hunt a total of 3 animal units. That takes the longest out of all of them so far that I've found, because the easiest ones to kill are deer, and what ends up happening is that there's bears and mammoths around. So okay, let's go ahead and discover this food. So now this is some extra food population right here, and as you can see, when we get more food by going around here, we'll eventually gain another population, which means we can get another tribe. So how much do we have? We need... It was 50, correct? Yeah, 50. So let's go ahead and grab this discovery over here. Walk through there. Next turn. This is, like I said, this is another nomadic tribe running around. Let's go grab this. There we go. And as you can see, we grabbed 10 more influence here. We are gaining 2 per turn. But we grabbed 10 more influence, which means in the early game, you want to be scouting as much as possible. We have 4 out of 10 knowledge stars and 2 out of 5 growth stars. So as I was stating earlier, I am trying to get those growth stars as fast as possible, so that way we can advance to the next era, in which at that point is when you can actually start we can actually start changing this into a city. So now that we have this nomadic tribe here, I could pump out a unit. We would lose a population, but so now, so population. So now the city does not have a population, but we have another tribe to go scouting with. And as you can see here, it will grow an extra one in 6 more turns. We have quote-unquote -1 population, but that's completely fine. So let's go ahead and start scouting. As the eagles fly. We still don't have enough fame influence to put another outpost down, but I think the next one is either going to be in this territory or in this territory over here. This territory does have copper, which we will need if we're going to do some early warfare, which, from what I've found, happens a lot. But let's continue scouting over here. Let's look for more discoveries. Hopefully we can find some to advance us into the next era fast enough. Hey, there is a discovery right here, so we'll get that on the next turn. Let's go get it now. And there we go. Growth star. Curiosity collected. And now this has turned into a hunting party of 2 different tribes. What I'm going to do, as much as I like having the extra unit here for the extra combat strength and the when we're going to war, I'm going to split this up. That way I can go ahead and continue to find more discoveries as fast as possible. Now, if you are unfamiliar with how this works, because this is obviously quite a bit different than Civilization, right? All of your units can be put into armies right here. As you can see, a couple different slots. And when you go to battle, your army spreads out into a little miniature battle game board inside the game. We'll get into that as the game goes on. We will for sure be doing some domination warfare here. But for the time being, we'll go to the next turn and hopefully grab this discovery before they can. So, more discovery. That is some extra influence. And now we can settle a new location. The question is, where am I going to settle? New outpost, I should say. I say city. Can't be a city yet. Just a new outpost. Here we go. Almost to the next era. Grab this here. Yeah, we almost have another population. So I think I'm actually going to do it in here, in this area. We don't have. The thing is, we do not have a ton of growth over here, but that is okay. That can be improved later on. So that means we should probably settle closer to a river, and probably on this tile exactly. So let's do that. Let's go settle on this tile, hopefully before another civ does that themselves. Here we go. Some more dry grass. We'll gain another discovery here, which is more food. That gives us an extra population, and now we have another tribe and one more discovery or growth star before we can unlock the ancient era. So, like I said, as I was doing before, splitting this up for the time being, so that way we can find more of the map and gain more discoveries throughout the rest of the map. All right, let's keep scouting around a little bit. One thing that I love about this game is the terrain. I know I had mentioned before about how pretty this game is, right? But let's see. Let's go over to here. Like, just look at the different elevations on the terrain. Eventually, that will help with warfare. That does help when it comes to placing your units in your battle area. But I just want to emphasize how pretty this game is. Like, Amplitude did such a good job in making this game look really, really good. I can't commend them enough. Let's turn yields back on. Where am I scouting? I guess we'll go pillage the sanctuary down here. And as you can see, that also does affect scouting. So you have this massive cliff here, which means you can't go down this way. In order for me to go down here, I have to either A, go down this way, or move around here, and assuming that there is a pathway through here, go around this way. So we'll move up here. So far, it does not look like it. This is probably a mountain. So we'll take him and move him down, and then he can continue scouting to the south. And then from there, I guess we'll go ahead and end the turn. They still haven't settled a city right here. Oh, no, they just did! Oh... I was literally 2 turns away from doing that. That's so frustrating. Well, what I can do is maybe settle one up here around this area. Let's go get this sanctuary, or let's go ahead and do it around here. Do I do it over here or down here? I think what I'll do is go down here and settle this area. That's so frustrating. I wanted it one tile over. That's so frustrating. The AI is 2 steps ahead of me. All right. So let's go ahead and get this discovery as well. There's a bear. I need to run. Okay, we found another discovery. We found some more food, and we're very, very close to getting another population. Hopefully, I can get that before them, but we'll see. Oh, look, more discoveries. Perfect. Yep, let's go get this. And continue. Give me... Don't you do it. Don't do it. Okay, more discoveries. Am I actually going to get the discoveries first before I get the growth? Maybe.
This way.
Okay, yeah, let's keep scouting. I think I might. Uh-oh. Is that the bear? Is that the bear? That's oh, the game is a little glitched. Let's retreat. Run! Run! Okay, we'll be fine. We are retreating, and see, that is something that is a little different. As you could see there, that was the battle scene that had opened. I probably should have explained a little bit more, but we'll do it again as time goes on. So I can ransack this, which I think I might. That would put us at war with the other civ, but let's ransack it and see what happens. What that does is it gives you gold as a. Oh, can you not? I'm trying to settle a city here. Oh, there we go. Oh, so close, so close to being able to go to the next era. So, what I'm gonna do is actually just settle the city right here. I don't want to waste any more time. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we must have grabbed one around here, because as you can see, we're now at 5 out of 5 stars, which means we're gonna go into the next era. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I'm gonna run. As you can see there, I was trying to ransack this nomadic tribe's outpost, and I had to run from the battle. But now we're in the new era. We got a next era gold star, which was it was the growth star, have 5 population and/or units under your empire. And so now we can choose to go into the next era. And with that, you start to choose a new culture for the next era, this is a little very different from Civilization. Civilization, you choose your own culture or your civ, and that continues to progress throughout the game. So obviously, if you choose the Greeks, you're Greece for the rest of the game, so on and so forth. With this, you choose it by era, and there are quite a few different ones that go through each era. For me, I'm actually going to choose Babylon. Babylon is heavily science favored. As you can see, they have the Philosopher of the Wilds. You get that's their ability, +2 science per research technology on the capital, and it unlocks the action buyout on the Empire, which means you can use gold to buy districts and things like that. The Astronomy House is a building that gives you +2 food per scientific researcher, and it also gives you +2 science per adjacent Farmer's Quarter, which is Farmer's Quarters are districts that you can place down. -5 stability. Stability, we'll explain that in a second, as well as a +1 extra researcher slot. So, and then this is their unique unit, which is a defensible melee unit. So let's go ahead and adopt it, and we'll click confirm. Next era. All right, we have an idle army. We'll move down here, grab that. What I should do, as I was stating, is let's see, is it down here? Okay, that is 18 food. We're gonna go ahead and settle this outpost here. And then I think I'm going to settle one around. I don't know if I want to do it down this area, but I want to try. From my experience, it feels like you need to claim as much territory as possible when you have the influence like immediately. Let's go ahead and grab this food. So how much influence do we need? We need 70. So I might just go ahead and do that in one of these territories over here. I'll do it on the next turn. For now, let's go ahead and go into the next era, and we'll watch this little cutscene.
The challenges of a young civilization. It's hard keeping up.
I love this
with
art.
neighbors when they
This
have
art
the
style
wheel
is
and you don't. Humankind learns quickly that everyone contributes. If you're terrified of wild animals, you can grow lentils or catch fish. Tribes settle towns. Towns develop markets, and markets begin the exchange of goods, services, and most important, rumors and hearsay.
Goods and services? All right, well, I went from the Neolithic nomadic tribe, and now I am the Babylonians. Oh, uh-oh. Well, we're about to be at battle again. So we are the Babylonians, and as you can see here, it shows our empire, and now it shows fame, which is the score victory of the game, basically. And if you hover over this, it shows how much fame everybody has. Now, with this, let's go ahead and go into the tech tree. So there's a couple things we'll show off here. We can show off the battle screen, Now, as you can see, battles don't happen almost... Even though Civilization is turn-based, like you still have your turns and you move your units and it can attack in that same turn. Battles are their own little mini sequence inside the game. You have your regular game board here, and then now you have the battle sequence. You open it up and you're in a battle. I'm gonna sacrifice this scout to show what the battle situation or system looks like. So you can either retreat or confirm battle. I have to confirm battle because I've already retreated. And now this is our battle area that you can start. And you start off the battle as a deployment. You deploy your units into a specific area, and which is, as I talked about earlier, the terrain comes with an advantage there. It gives you advantage for height or being able to use your ranged units up on high ground so that their melee units cannot hit you, and vice versa. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move here and the deployment, and they are going to absolutely destroy my scout. You can leave the battle and go do other things as well if you wanted to, but we'll stay into the battle. That way you guys can see what is happening. Our scout's actually doing okay because I sat there and I fortified. And I think if I actually sit here and fortify, I'll be fine. Yep, see, attack unit, I can attack one of these two. And as you can see, my scout is actually doing pretty okay. Because these are just tribes. I have 14 combat strength. So what I'm going to do, I'm still going to defend here. I get the defense fortification bonus. And I killed one unit. I'm probably going... Oh, almost killed the unit. Yeah, as you can see here, we are absolutely destroying them because we are fortified. And we killed one unit there. And I'm going to let this play on. You can turn on automatic battle, or you can leave it off. I'm going to leave it off. I'll keep fortifying here, and I'll let this go. Let's go ahead and go to our technology tree while we let that battle go. So, as you can see here, tech tree, pretty simple, right? Linear tech tree. Each of them has their own... This is so cool. This is such a good art style, right? You hover over it. It shows the different little... the icon here of what is happening. So here, calendar. Calendar obviously gives you a couple different things. It gives you granary. It gives you the artisan quarter. It's a little district. I think we'll go in calendar first. That way we can unlock irrigation as well as writing, since we are playing Babylon. And let's go ahead and open up the battle screen here. So with this, we can still... I think I'm just going to go ahead and attack. This is the only unit left in the battle. I'm not going to sit here and defend. I'm going to attack and win the battle for myself. And as you can see, with that, we won the battle. You can see that it gives us a little score screen here. This is the attacker. I was the defender. Here's the aftermath. It lasted for 1 turn and 3 battle rounds. I didn't gain anything, so I didn't gain any gold or anything along those lines. I only lost about 60% health on one of my units. They didn't lose anything, but they lost all 3 of their units in that battle, so that's fine. Let's go ahead, and what I will do is, okay, I cannot heal him yet, but I will move over here, and we'll just go ahead and fortify. So, we are back at that other city over here that I wanted to settle, even though I wanted to settle this one. And let's continue scouting. Is there any other... We do have 70 influence, so I actually might try and grab this territory down here. Yeah, I think I'm going to try and grab this territory down here before someone else does. That way I keep kind of this area to myself. Oh, what's happening down here? Who am I fighting? It's a bear. Ooh. Should we fight the bear? Let's fight the bear. Confirm the battle. Let's move like so. Let's move this here. Then we'll end deployment, and we'll let the bear attack us. Let's see how much damage. Oh, I basically destroy the bear. Okay. Yeah. Let's move here, and then attack the bear. As you can see, it gives us up on the top. It shows here the reason why we're doing so much damage, right? If you click on this one, he doesn't almost kill the bear, but this one does, and as you can see up on the top there, plus 14 combat strength, which is my base combat strength, but I'm getting a +1 from high ground, or +4 from high ground, so now that I have the high ground advantage, I am attacking the bear. And then I also have a unit next to it, which gives you the +1 from the friendly units. So let's go ahead and destroy the bear and kill it. And with that, we gain 20 gold for that. We lose a little bit of health, but that's not that big of a deal. Easy peasy. All right, so here is our first, I think this is the first outpost we settled, right? Yes, it is. So here's the first outpost we settled. What I'm going to do is turn this into a city, and now we can do that because we are in the ancient era. Let's turn off the yields a little bit here so you can see everything around there. So in this is our city screen. It's kind of similar to Civ, from what I've found. It is fairly intuitive once you know what's going on. When you look at it here, it is very simplistic, and as you can tell, the whole design of this game is minimalism. But with this here, you can bring down this drop-down menu, and this here is our population, and you can put the population wherever you want to work, for if you want extra gold, extra production, extra food, etc. With this, I believe the city, this being in the food section, does not change. Yeah, so our growth is not changing regardless if I move him here or into here. So I'm actually going to put him into production. We have enough food. We have 14 plus 14 food, so we don't need to work a citizen in the food section, and our city will continue to grow regardless. So what are we going to work first? We are Babylon. So let's go ahead and actually work the district. The astronomy house is the science district for Babylon. It's one I had mentioned earlier. It gives you the extra food for researchers as well as the extra science. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this farmer's quarter, I believe, let's see, probably around here. And the reason being is because I want to put the astronomy house. The reason being is because I want to put farmer's quarters around it, right? That boosts the astronomy house. So I think this might be the best bet. We do lose 2 production, right? We do lose a little production in the city. However, that should be able to be made up as the game goes on. So I think we'll go ahead and put it here. It'll be finished in 5 turns. And you can see the production is starting. With these guys, I will continue. Let's go and let's split them. And we're going to ransack the sanctuary for some gold. And you can make your way down here. So I completely forgot about this guy down here, honestly. Let's move around. Another sanctuary, so we can ransack this sanctuary. What that does, it gives you some gold as well as some influence. There we go. And I have plundered them successfully. So this guy, I wonder if I can actually ransack this. I think I can. I do not believe there's any units over here. So we can go ahead and actually start ransacking that. And it's only going to take 2 turns. Here we go. 2 turns for that city to grow, or outpost to finish. And as I said, I think I have enough influence. Correct? Yes, I do. I have enough influence to settle another outpost, in which I'm going to do it, I think, right here. Let's look. 8 turns, 10 turn for food. Let's move around a little bit further. 7 food, 10 food, 8 food, 12. Okay, I think I put it on one of these 2 tiles. That's a good balance of science production and food. So we'll go ahead and put an outpost on that tile on the next turn. And with this guy here, he can move down. And as you can see, the elevation changes, as I had mentioned earlier. We'll ransack this layer for some extra gold. Wow, we have actually a pretty decent amount of gold. And let's continue scouting. Yep, same with this guy. Continue moving around here. This is okay. That's a unit from the people I'm ransacking. All right, am I about to get into battle again? Yeah. So my side is stronger. Okay, I'm gonna confirm the battle. Let's we'll deploy right here. That way he has to attack into me. Going around there, and I should be fine. Let's see, technology screen. So while that is happening, we finished the calendar. I think I am actually going to move into, let's see, probably into carpentry, so I can get archers out and defend myself. And what I will do here is I'm actually just going to go ahead and defend like I did last time versus these units. And they will probably be able to, I'll probably be able to kill them straight off of that. Okay, yep, I said end round. Are they doing the same thing? They are, okay. Well, let's just kill him then. I think I'll actually be able to... Yeah, I killed him all the way. Which means I think I should be able to actually ransack this all the way. Yep. Let's go ahead and ransack that. It'll be finished in one turn, which means that he's going to lose that outpost as well as that territory. From what I remember. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how that works. And then I said I was going to put this outpost right here, right? Yes, I did. So we have 3 outposts. One here, here, and here. I will probably... Let me see. How much is it for another one? 70 influence. So in 2.5 turns, unless I grab some influence from somewhere else, we need to place another one around here. Probably on this territory. At least from what I can tell. Although we do need to remember that there are strategics in this game that you have to get, just like other 4X games, in order to build specific units, e.g. the swordsman. You need iron for that, which is unlocked here. So we will need to figure out where iron is. What is this? Okay. 2 cultures. This is from... Okay, that's from what was ransacked earlier. But let's go ahead and let's continue scouting around here and see what we find. So no one else... We haven't found another civ that hasn't been... like, we know about this nomadic tribe and this nomadic tribe, but they still haven't chosen a civic yet. Or, sorry, a culture yet. So that's a little interesting. It's a little interesting. Let's see. Okay, well, with that being said, I believe I can actually save this. So what we'll do is we'll save this here. We'll continue this gameplay throughout the rest of this week. I have to say that, like I said, I only played 2.5 hours of this game so far, and this game is, I don't know, it's looking insanely fun. I'm having fun with this little limited open dev that we were able to have, and it just feels, it's very refreshing. I love Civilization. Civilization 5 Brave New World is in my top 5 favorite games of all time. Civilization 6 is slowly catching up there. It's one of my favorite series of all times. But having a new 4X game that actually competes with Civilization is very refreshing, and is I think it's probably because it's so new and a little bit different that it feels so much fun to play. But that's my take on it so far, is that this game it feels amazing. It feels like it's not going to be a Civ killer. It's going to compete side to side with Civ, but I think this game so far from what I've played is going to do very, very well. So with that being said, if you liked this content today, feel free to subscribe. That's one of the easiest ways to support me in this channel. You can click the little subscribe button down there. And if you have any suggestions, any like hints or tips that I had missed from playing the OpenDev, feel free to leave a comment about it below. If you guys are excited about the OpenDev, feel free to let me know. What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to be a Civ 6 killer? Do you think that it'll be able to coincide with it? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, I do stream every Wednesday through Saturday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific time, on twitch.tv/boesthius. I only stream Civilization 6 at this moment, so if you wanted to go watch some high-level deity Civilization 6 gameplay, you can find me there on my stream every Wednesday through Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific time. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, at least this little first look into the OpenDev. I'll continue playing the OpenDev until it's closed, which is on December 28th, I believe. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Bye.